Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Hello all, and what is going on this Saturday afternoon? This is the Club of the Man 1993. I'm here for a very, very quick review as I am on limited time, but trying to get caught up a little bit at least. It's Saturday afternoon, Backlash in a couple of hours, got a party happening tonight, well, people coming over for Cinco de Mayo, and for Backlash as well. So I do have some catching up to do. But of course I will do Dynamite now, SmackDown maybe not till tomorrow, and Backlash who knows when. But anyways, we're going to record this live. No, this is not live. We're going to record this review of my AEW Dynamite 2000. My AEW Dynamite review from the May 3rd, 2023 edition, and it took place in Baltimore, Maryland. I thought this show was good. I keep saying that again. I really liked the build for Double or Nothing. Has felt very fresh. We got a lot of different storylines. It's unique. I mean, has it died down on how fire of an episode it is? Yeah, it's not like an awesome show, but it's a good show. Again, the story's going into Double or Nothing. I'm intrigued by it. Got the Pillars Fatal 4-Way. We've got seemingly Wardlow and Luchasaurus, which should be good. We are going to be getting a 6-man tag match with the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, of course, versus the House of Black, it looks like. I'm not interested at all in that tag title match with FTR and Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, because again, I don't get why are they heavily pushing Jeff Jarrett. And some other things as well. But we're going to talk about them very quick. Again, don't have too much time. Let's fly in and let's talk about this episode. We opened up. Another thing we're also interested in is the stuff that's going on with Chris Jericho and Adam Cole, baby! Adam Cole teamed up with Bandito, Orange Cassidy, and in his first AEW match, Roderick Strong taking on the Jericho Appreciation Societies. Cool Hand Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, and Daddy Magic Matt Menard. Chris Jericho was on commentary. Obviously, Adam Cole for most of this match was very distracted and just wanted to get his revenge on Chris Jericho for what he set up on Britt Baker last week. And Chris Jericho was wearing the shirt of Britt Baker's Black Eye. That's got a lot of heat on the internet. People saying that why would you make a shirt like that, even though, again, they've made much worse than that, in my opinion. But anyways, match was good. Fun as usual. Adam Cole wins. Also, Roderick Strong looked great. Looked great in his AEW debut. They win with the boom from Cole onto Daniel Garcia. As soon as the bell rang, Adam Cole just bolted his way up the ramp and jumped Chris Jericho and beat the crap out of him. Security pulled him apart, and Jericho was left clutched to his head, yelling about it. My head, and whatnot. So obviously that's set up for a singles match at Double or Nothing. That should be good. I'm very interested in seeing that as well. Jungle Boy and Darby Allin are being interviewed by Renee Paquette. They are going to be in the main event, which is going to be a tag team match, a Pillars tag team match. It'll be Darby and Jungle Boy teaming up against MJF and Sammy Guevara, because Sammy Guevara has gotten to the main event through MJF helping him cheat. And they basically paid him a sum of money for him just to, lay down for him at Double or Nothing. So this is the opportunity, a second chance for the baby faces to still get in to the match. So, Jungle Boy says, we don't like each other, but we've got a couple things in common. They've been here since day one, busted their ass, and never main event a pay-per-view. But they're going to be in the main event, Double or Nothing. Darby says, hook or by crook, they're going to be in the main event, and one of them is coming home with the title. And it'll be Showtime. Backstage, we see Adam Cole being escorted out of the arena while Jericho's screaming at him about him being dangerous. And then Britt Baker shows up and yells at Jericho and slaps him across the face and tears his shirt off and leaves him crying in the parking lot. That was a nice little encounter from Britt right there, I thought. Blackpool Combat Club cut a promo. Bryan Danielson saying there's a certain legend who said he was the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be, which is Bret Favre. Bret Hart. Wow, why say Bret Favre? Bret Hart said that. But he didn't have the foresight to see that someone would be better than he. And he's better than that legend. And he's not one of the Blackpool Combat guys is. He knows there will be better wrestlers than he is one day. And he hopes it's Wheeler Yuta. The little shit ends up being better than he is. Because unlike the Elite, they want AEW to be the best wrestling company possible. They'll do anything to make that happen. Mox says they're blades searching for pieces of iron to sharpen each other, and the Elite should be grateful to be sharpened. They're not bullies, higher levels, bigger devils, and there was a time when the Elite were the cutting edge. But he doesn't know anymore. Mox and Omega in a steel cage match next week. And that's hits different, don't it? 2019, 2020 may as well have been a decade ago. And every day they get better. New tools, new weapons, and a whole new John Moxley. Can't wait to show Kenny Omega next week. And that, again, is going to be a hell of a match inside of the steel cage. Saraya then fought Willow Nightingale, and Saraya wins by pinfall. Afterwards, of course, the Outcast beat down Willow Nightingale. And then Hikaru Shida comes out. She comes out with a kendo stick. And then it looks like she was going to originally, go against the Outcasts. But then she drops She drops the kendo stick and embraces the Outcasts. So first thinking, is Hikaru Shida turning heel and joining the Outcasts? So she takes a can of spray paint that, again, I'm just still not a fan of. And they're getting ready for her to spray Willow. I'm like, come on. But Shida just pokes around until Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter come from behind, and then Shida then sprays the Outcasts, mostly Saraya, in the face with the paint, and it was all a ruse. And basically, she says the Outcasts packing. Okay, like I said, this stuff with the Outcasts. Again, first off, I keep saying this. I'm not a fan of the spray paint still. But again, it's just like, I like how there was a little bit of something different here with Shida doing that ruse. We did need somebody different, but it's just here to still taking, even though we've gotten Ruby finally explaining everything, is it still taking too long for this to kind of get into another gear, That's my only gripe I will say about this. But, Shida's involved now, so we'll see where that goes. House of Black have a promo where they say the trios titles are tainted and serve as a reminder that in this company, some get away with murder and some are punished for the following rules. Change starts when people act, and welcome to the open house. No shortcuts, no escape, no mercy. Any three competitors can challenge for the titles. Under the following rules, 20 count on the floor, no rope breaks, disqualifications will be enforced, or not at the request of the challengers, because that's the only way to truly make it far. Then we had a battle royale, and the Acclaimed won that. So they'll be taking on the House of Black at Double or Nothing. It looks like Sammy Guevara is being interviewed backstage. MJF rolls up and smiles, and then Samuel was upset with him because he knew nobody was in the car last when MJF pulled away, and then MJF in tears is like, I have back problems. I wanted to lay down in the car. I was afraid to tell Sammy, and he's a bad friend, and I'm sorry. And then they kiss and make up, basically. Oh, gosh. This is another typical, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho segment there, which was pretty funny. There was a promo also with Don Callis showing his big scar on his forehead. Says he thinks about it every day, and Mox's heavy hands can't beat his brains and Kenny's talents. Kenny says there's no planet in this universe where Mox can touch him. They might make Kenny bleed, but at the end of the day, everything comes to an end in Detroit. This whole effort will be fruitless. What they did to him and the Young Bucks and the Dawn, they made it personal, and it ends next week. I'm pretty sure this is not the end of this feud with the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite. Again, there could be something with Konosuke Takeshita coming with this next week, and where he aligns with pretty much. We had Wardlow squash a jobber. Afterwards, Wardlow calls out Christian Cage and demand that he and Luchasaurus accept an open challenge for the TNT title. They come out and Christian says he can send his right hand of destruction to the ring now if he wanted to, but it ain't happening, not in Baltimore, especially because he wants the title shot for himself, not for Luchasaurus. Then we have, again, a segment with Jeff Jarrett, Sonjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh helping Mark Briscoe with his chores around the farm, basically just to sucker them in, because they challenged FTR to the tag title match at Double or Nothing, which I don't give two shits about. And they're kissing up to Mark Briscoe because he's wrestled FTR before, and they want some tips. Man, like I said, no interest at all in that match whatsoever. Ricky Starks beat Juice Robinson in a solid match. Afterwards, Jay White attacks Ricky Starks, which is probably leading to a match between them at Double or Nothing as well. And then before the main event, we also had a backstage segment where Darby and Jungle Boy were getting fired up backstage. Darby leaves the room for a second, and MJF just sneaks in and talks to Jungle Boy. Basically, it's like, drop two. Basically, he says it's all good. Just want to talk some business. Just drop the Goody Two Shoes act, and because y'all know that Darby's gonna cost him his spot. So basically, he says if you just he says I can offer you. He says I know you're not world champion here, but I can offer you a place next to the throne. And Jungle Boy's like, I ain't having this. And then Darby comes back in, and he's like, what's this going on here? He's like, no, nothing. It's nothing. So they had the main event match, the Pillars tag match. And match was fun. Of course, they did tease some dissension, though, between Sammy and MJF, because MJF was still trying to get all the credit for the victory, and off of Sammy's, business. And, of course, there was some brawling. They eventually turned on each other. The match ended, though, at the end, where Jungle Boy had gotten Sammy down, but then he didn't know that Darby tied himself in. And then when he sees Darby going for the coffin drop, Jungle Boy gets out of the way and lets Darby beat Sammy Guevara. Of course, making it a fatal four-way officially for Double or Nothing, which I'm intrigued about that. But teasing again some tension between all four. It's not the face and heels are all buddy-buddy with each other, but did the job. And that was Dynamite. Again, it was a good show. It wasn't as good, but again, still effective, very fresh stuff. The build to Double or Nothing has consistently had my attention. It's been a pretty solid build. And again, with a lot of fresh storylines. Again, I love the build to this Pillars Fatal 4-Way match. I'm very excited about it at Double or Nothing. But I'm going to give this show a B. A B for Dynamite. Again, it's a very quick 15-20 minute review. We want to get in there. And that's going to do it for this. So guys, what are your guys' thoughts on this episode of Dynamite? Again, I gave this show a B. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video. Subscribe for more content on our channel. Follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. Until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon. Peace out, everybody. Oh, wait, that's not my... It's been like, what? How many months now? 2-3 months since I kind of rebranded the channel a little? That peace sign is not my exit anymore. Because it's always this. In order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.